You are destined for greatness. You are destined to be great. Whichever way you say it, you are meant to succeed in this world. And that is so hard to wrap our heads around when we experience failure, when we have mistakes, when we did it again, when we failed again, when we lost out on an opportunity, when we just can't get rid of that habit that we wish we finally could. However, there's three reasons why we are destined for greatness. You are destined for greatness to succeed, to overcome your goal, your bad habits. And I'm going to share this with you with a short little story, a true story, and of course, a practical tip at the end. There was a woman named Mrs. Bessie Katz, and she was the principal of the Polnish Hebrew Academy in Philadelphia, which publishes a booklet called Dear Parents, Insights from the Pen of a Principal, inspired by the heart of a mother. And there's one article that she writes in the pamphlet, which is a group of women met up for Torah study. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, came a verse which seemed confusing to them, and it said, in quotes, "He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver." He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. The women wondered how this verse can help them understand God's character traits. So one woman offered to find out, and she decided to go visit a silversmith. She decided to watch what he does and observe him. And the women agreed to study the silversmith and bring their information in to the next session. So the woman made an appointment to watch a silversmith and carefully took notes. She didn't mention to him what she was doing, what she was observing, the purpose of her visit. But she was watching where the fire of the flames were so hot. She was watching them. She was watching the silversmith at work. She watched as the silversmith held a piece of silver in the fire. And she's waiting and waiting to see what's happening. He said that in order to refine silver, he must hold it in the fire where the flames are the hottest to burn away all of the impurities. She thought about this verse and she said, he sits as a refiner and purifier of silver. And she asked, do you need to sit by the fire the entire time it's in the fire? The silversmith replied in quotes, yes, not only do I have to sit holding the silver, but I have to keep my eyes on it the entire time it's in the fire. If the silver is left even a moment too long in the flames, it would be destroyed. She then asked, but how do you know if the silver is fully refined? And the silversmith answered, oh, that's easy, when I see my image in it. And this is a lesson we have in order to learn how our success can be tasted and experienced. Hashem gives us a challenge. That's the lesson number one. Hashem gives us a challenge in order for us to become finer people with enhanced character traits. You know, the traits that we have always need to be refined, purified. Hashem can purify them through the challenges that we experience. We do not like challenges. We do not ask for challenges. We do not pray for challenges. This is not proper. However, Hashem does send the challenges to us in order for us to become better people. Now, an Olympic trainee, someone who is part of the Olympics, the coach, which asks this future Olympian, to get up early in the morning, to train, to eat right, to exercise a certain amount, to train, It's a lot of hard work. Now, they don't complain because there's a coach who knows what he's doing to make this person reach greatness, to get that trophy, to get that medal. Hashem knows what challenges to give each person, custom tailored for them to reach greatness. Now, it could come through a very difficult spouse or through a challenging relationship with a spouse. Maybe it could be that one character trait about the spouse that you just can't stand, right? Maybe you're a go-getter, you're a goal-setter, planner, and your husband is go with the flow, seemingly lazy person, and it just irks you. So through this character trait, I can become a better wife, right? This is what the woman needs to say to herself. I can reach greatness. I could fight it, right? It's like there's a saying, if you can't fight him, join him, right? How do we embrace this challenge to become greater people? Sometimes it's through difficult children, right? You could have number of children and each child teaches you different things. Maybe they're more sensitive about a certain area. Sometimes you have very difficult relatives. Maybe they have certain sensitivities. And yes, we do have to make it work. We do have to make shalom. We do have to have good relationships. So number one, the lesson number one is Hashem gives us challenges in order for us to become finer people with enhanced character traits. The next lesson that we learn is that if you feel that life is so challenging, as if the flames of the fire are there and just like holding you and trapping you, making you you can't take it anymore. Remember that Hashem is holding your life in his hands. He's taking care of you. He's making sure that he has your life all planned out for you to succeed. All the circumstances are exactly to the T, exactly the way they're meant to be. And this is something we can understand about the world. If the sun was just a bit closer to the earth, we would be destroyed. In the same way, in the spiritual sense, Hashem knows what he's doing. He makes no mistakes. He has always been perfect, will be perfect, and is perfect. So in that way, we kind of have that lifted off our shoulders, those worries that all I need to do is go with the flow, put my best foot forward, and I know that Hashem has only my best interests in mind. And this is why we have a relationship with parents. Every single person has had a parent. Even if that parent hasn't been their parent later on, for whatever means, maybe the parents got divorced, there's different family dynamics. But if the child experienced a parent holding their hand, teaching them how to walk, the child has relied on the parent so much that the only answer is the parent. When a baby is born, as long as there's mommy there, mommy's around, everything is perfect. All they need is mommy. If we were to ask the baby, what do you need? Mommy. Because mommy's the answer for them to be comforted, for them to be fed, for them to be clothed and taken care of. So that's our answer. Hashem is our answer. And sometimes we forget that Hashem is our answer. We turn to other people. We turn to other circumstances. We unfortunately get into blame mode that this their fault, this circumstance, and what if, and I should have. All of that has happened. What do we do next? The Jewish people should not be asking why. They need to ask, what can I do? If I experience this situation, if I experience this challenge or the situation with this person, what can I do next? How do I move forward? If I live in blame mode, I'm reliving that same situation over and over, and that situation, which was a marble, is now a basketball, is now even bigger. We don't want it to destroy us, to live a life of resentment. We can choose to, but we have to know that, as lesson number 2 teaches us, Hashem is there to protect us. Hashem is sending you a message that you are never alone. Rely on him. Hashem is holding your hand in every hardship and challenge. Hashem doesn't have emotions, but we learn that Hashem doesn't have emotions, so to speak, so that we can understand him, so we can relate to him, and he can relate to how we are feeling. So thus, Hashem is in pain when we are in pain. Hashem is happy when we are happy. And in this way, it makes us feel protected and not alone. And of course, to understand that if I let Hashem into my life, then I'm going to see him in my life. If I'm going to think that, I need help from this person and that person. Yes, Hashem wants us to have help from other people, but not to blame other people, not to live in resentment, not to rely on other sources but Hashem. And ask Hashem, please send me the right resources, send me the right messengers for me to overcome this challenge. But Hashem will not force himself down anybody's throat. If I choose to believe in him, then he's going to help me. He's going to enable me. But if I choose to believe other things, Hashem is going to say, okay, go ahead. But you know what? In the end, when nothing else works out, we turn to Hashem anyway. So why not skip all that suffering, all those trials and errors, and just turn to Hashem right away and attribute our happiness and our challenges to Hashem. Ask him for help to enable you to overcome it. The third lesson that we learn is, and the reason why we just can't fail in life, is that to know that he has his eye on you. Hashem does not want you to fail. He does not want you to make mistakes. He knows you're going to make mistakes because he created you to live life. And life entails a lot of mistakes, a lot of trials and errors, a lot of experiences. He didn't create us to become an angel. We're not angels. Angels only, have a certain script. They're a certain way. We are not angels, and we're not meant to be. So we know that we're going to make mistakes, and that's fine. As long as we know that we are not meant to stay there. We're not meant to fall down. We're not meant to do that. We're meant to soar. We're meant to soar and reach great heights in life. And he's there. He's rooting for your success. But if a person believes that they're a failure, they're going to stay down, that's when they have truly failed. A true failure is the one who stays down and doesn't get up. A person who's righteous keeps on getting up, learns from their mistakes, keeps trying again and again, and becomes a better and better person. Our ideal self is to emulate our Creator. He will keep holding and watching you until he sees his image in you. Until Hashem sees that I have learned my lesson in life through this situation, he's going to remove that situation completely from my life. He's like, you don't need this challenge anymore. You don't need that experience anymore. I'm going to give you strength that you can just overcome it easily. And then we don't have to have that trial and tribulation. We have new experiences. You view challenges as opportunities, and you're only going to reap greatness and taste success because you were meant to be successful. I hope these ideas were helpful, and just know that you were created to become successful. Taste success. Failure is not failure. Failure is not getting down. Failure is staying down. And I'm going to leave you with a practical tip, an affirmation to tell yourself, I'm destined for greatness because I have Hashem who is rooting for my success. Leah Abramov, Being and Becoming. Awakening awareness of your greatness and potential.